Okay, so welcome back, everybody. This is another episode, and you are in the first inning. And I'm the BX Bomber, and I'm along with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Raj.
Hey, how are you doing? It's always good to talk to you, Frank. Always good to talk to you, BX Bomber. And I really enjoyed doing the first one, and it's good to be doing another one.
Absolutely, man. It's a special one today because it's actually halfway the season, and then it's also the All-Star game with the home run derby. That's the best of the whole baseball season, in my opinion, other than the playoffs.
Absolutely. I enjoy the All-Star game, and the All-Star game is one of the few that's still really good. Some of the other major professional sports, their All-Star games are not as popular as the Major League Baseball All-Star game is.
Yeah,
In football, for
absolutely.
example, in football, that it's kind of an exhibition because football is a very physical game, and in baseball, it is just a baseball game, and we get to see the best stars perform.
Yeah, and you know what? In the All-Star game, you know what I'm truly dying for is a skills competition. You know,
Oh,
I would
yeah,
love to
yeah,
see that. Like an outfielder show his arm from the outfield to throw a guy out from second, or like the farthest throw or whatever.
yes, exactly. That would sound pretty good. As of right now, what they had is the features game. I believe they played that yesterday. I'm going to go back and check it out, where they have the features game with the young prospects playing, and
Yeah,
they have the home run derby.
yeah. I saw a thing there that Sheffield struck out a few guys there too. He did well, Sheffield.
Oh yes, Justin Sheffield is a big prospect for the Yankees, and I believe that Justin Sheffield should get a chance, as we were talking about the last time, to make a major league appearance. Hopefully, a September call up, but not before then, and get a few innings in with the Yankees. I don't see how. I mean, the Yankees are talking about picking up another pitcher for the second half at the July 31st trade deadline. But it's a matter of whether the Yankees want to part with the prospects to get a experienced pitcher or go within the organization.
Right. Let me answer your question right there. Cashman said on all our prospects, he said no, they're not for sale. The second thing is, like you said, the keyword prospects and the Yankees now, since it's halfway of the season, all those prospects that we had are doing very well right now.
Oh yeah.
Gabler and Duhar, even Aaron Judd and all these guys from previous seasons of gelling right now. Gelling is very well right now. you know?
Yes, yes, exactly. Aaron Judge has become a top power hitter and a very strong performer. And the Yankees farm system is loaded with a lot of young talent. Florio is one of their top prospects, and he is only, I believe, 19 or 20 years old. He's several years away, but he really impressed in spring training. And I mean, they have an excess of prospects such as Clint Frazier, who many are talking about using as a trade chip if they are going to acquire another pitcher.
He's off limits. Clint Frazier is off limits. Off limits. They're all off
Yeah,
limits. That's what Cashman said. So obviously they're gonna come out of the pocket, to buy
yeah.
some, but they're gonna have to and obviously the trade for Machado looks like it's dead because they wanted those guys that we were talking about, and they're off limits now. So Machado is done. So they're gonna have to go for some low level guys looking for redemption. Looking for the spotlight to come, on a team and show their talent. Those are the guys you got to find, the ones that are hungry, you know. And
Yeah, yeah, I do see that. I mean, Machado, this is where you and I disagree a little bit. I think Machado is an outstanding, very good player. But the Yankees, with the talent that they have with Andujar, plus they have Brandon Drury right in the background, the Yankees don't really have a need for Machado as of right now. Andujar is doing an outstanding job with many extra base hits, and he is a fantastic young 22-year-old player, and his fielding is better than many of the pundits expected as well. And the Yankees don't really have the need for Machado as of right now, but we'll have to see what Cashman does. But as you said, a lot of the Yankee prospects are off limits now.
I think Cashman's gonna surprise us, man. He hasn't let us down. I mean, he's bought some duds in the past, but Manny Machado, I cannot say that he's not a bad player. He's a great player. He's great. He's perfect, but he doesn't fit the team right now. You know what I mean? If this was like a few years ago, it would have been great. If this was last year, Manny Machado would have been perfect if it was last year. You know, and we probably would have won the World Series with him last year. But this year is so much different. You know, we got so many guys, so much talent that
Yes, exactly. I mean, as I was saying, Andujar has really shown himself to be outstanding at third base. And, I mean, the Yankees made the trade to get Brandon Drury, who was originally expected to be the starting third baseman, but because he had the migraine issue and went on the disabled list, Andujar came in and really took over the position. So the Yankees have an excess of talent right now. And I don't see where it's really necessary for them to acquire Machado at this point in time.
because this half of the season right now has been the greatest half I think the Yankees ever done that I've ever seen in my way with my own eyes. This is the best that the Yankees have ever done in my own eyes. So, I mean, you know, so and Aaron Boone, he's been doing a hell of a job as manager there. So you can't really complain. It's just that the damn Red Sox, man, they're so hot. You know?
Yes, they are.
You know, they're living up to their name, Red Sox. You know?
Yes, the Red Sox are playing at an extraordinary pace right now, and the Yankee team has been outstanding the first half of the year. They are 62 wins and 33 losses, 29 games over 500, and they have the second best record in the major leagues, directly behind the Red Sox, who are playing a clip that the 1998 Yankees basically played at as far as wins are concerned.
I'll tell you, you're absolutely right. But you know what? From what I see, the best player in the American League right now, I think it might be Mookie Betts, man. That guy is awesome, man.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts, oh man, he's like on steroids, man.
Mookie Betts has been incredible. He has been absolutely incredible, batting over 360 and I believe about 24, 25 home runs, and he is just an amazing player. He is a many tools player. He has speed, he has power, he hits for average, and he has been an amazing player. I would definitely think of him as a possible MVP for this season.
Yeah, definitely for the Red Sox. Yeah, he got let me see, 51 RBIs. He got 18 stolen bases. You know, his on base percentage is 48. So
yeah,
I mean, you know, the kid is doing some work, man.
Oh yes, he's been outstanding. The Red Sox have definitely been a very tough, powerful team this year. And as I said, the Yankees have cooled off a little bit, but they're still playing decent. They had a decent road trip. They were 6-5, and it was an okay road trip. But the problem is the Red Sox are not losing.
Yeah.
So every time the Yankees lose a game, they're now 4.5 out. But we'll see how the second half goes, and hopefully the Red Sox cool off a little bit, and the Yankees will keep on keeping on, and we'll be able to catch them, because I would hate, no one wants to see playing a wild card game again. If we could avoid the wild card game, that would be outstanding.
And let me tell you, the right now in the standings, we're 4.5 games behind Boston.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, in their last 10 games, okay, they won 9 games of their last 10, right? And so they say they had a 7. Let me see. I think they had like a 7-game winning streak. Lost one. Now they're on a 2-game winning streak for the half. So Boston is unbelievable, man. That's heavy.
Actually, it's worse than that. They had a 10-game winning streak, and then they lost the game, and then have won 2 more. So the Red Sox are just winning and winning. And the Yankees are playing okay, and as I said, they've got a very good record. And we'll see what happens if they want to make a move for if the Yankees want to make a move for a pitcher at the trade deadline, or if they want to work from within and try some of their young prospects from the minor league, like Justice Sheffield or Chance Adams or several of the other ones they have.
Because it looks like right now in this half, it looks like Cleveland is going to be a problem for us because we just played them, and they have very good pitching, and Houston has very good pitching, and it's very hard for us to win against them as well, and Boston. So, and then even Seattle too, that is battling us. We're 5 games above them in the wild card with Seattle. So even Seattle got some heavy pitching, and the Yankees gonna have to start hitting some contact there. You know what I mean? And really keep the steam rolling because this could go downhill very fast. Because
the Red Sox could run away and hide. The Yankees have to continue playing at a high level.
Yeah, because you know what? It's known in Yankee history that Yankees do bad against these sleeper teams. You know, like the Baltimore that is in last place, 25 games behind, and they come and sweep the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? And then we lose these.
What they do is they play down to their competition sometimes. And, in other words, they're very good against decent teams. They have been this year. They've had decent records against the Red Sox and the Astros and the Indians. But they play down a bit to the Orioles and some of the lesser teams, the Toronto Blue Jays. And we sometimes expect more from them against the Orioles or the Blue Jays. But the Yankees sometimes will play down to them and not do quite as well as we expect them to do.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So let's talk about the home run derby, man. That's the biggest event of all time. What's your favorite highlight or moment that you can remember in the All-Star game?
Oh, well, in the All-Star game, I go back a long way, and when I was a young kid, I saw Pete Rose slam into Ray Fosse, who was catching for the American League, and Pete Rose came charging home and slammed into Ray Fosse, and Ray Fosse dislocated his shoulder. But it was amazing play, and it just showed how Pete Rose was so aggressive, even playing in an All-Star game. So I remember that.
Pete Rose,
and
Charlie Hustle.
I also liked the All-Star game at Yankee Stadium in 2008 when the old Yankee Stadium closed down. And Hamilton hit a lot of lefts in the home run derby in that game.
Yes, that's my favorite right there. My dad was working at the time. He used to work behind the dugout, so he got to see that like firsthand. And they thought one of the balls went out of Yankee Stadium, but I guess it didn't. It hit off the back part where it says Budweiser or something like that. It hit like the crown part, and got lost in there. I was like, whoa, Hamilton, man. And you know what, that guy with the story with that guy, that he had such a comeback, that he had a battle with alcohol and everything, and he had to come back and he played and got back to the show, made a big show with all them home runs. Oh man, that was a hell of a story, man. With that home run derby and the All-Star game, because it was sad to see the old Yankee Stadium go too, you know?
Yes, exactly. We all love the old Yankee Stadium. The new Yankee Stadium is beautiful now, but many people had said that the new Yankee Stadium did not quite have the same ambiance as the old stadium. But recently, in the playoffs, the new Yankee Stadium has lived up to the old Yankee Stadium history, with the crowds being very, very heavy duty and very loud, and have reminded many people of how the old stadium used to be. But I always loved the old stadium, but I like the new Yankee Stadium too. It's very beautiful as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I've been to the old stadium many times, many times. I could fall asleep and travel through the hallways of that stadium in my mind. But let me tell you, the new Yankee Stadium is a whole lot better than the old one. You know, it's just sad.
Well,
It's just sad that they built it across the street. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. But yeah, it doesn't have the loudness that it did in the old stadium, and you can only feel that loudness if you go back into the playoffs of last year in 2017. You can
Right.
that's the loudest you're ever gonna hear Yankee Stadium. I never heard it that loud ever again. Live, never heard it that loud like that again. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, those crowds were amazing in the 2017 playoffs. They really lived up to the hype of Yankee Stadium, and really were great crowds during the playoffs last year.
That's right. And now in this home run derby is Bruce Harper that takes the field, and he has to put on the show because he's the hometown favorite of the Nationals.
Yes, I have the rounds. If you would like to hear who's going up against who.
Yep, let's hear it.
Okay, number one is Jesus Aguilar of the Brewers. He's the number 1 seed going up against Bryce Hoskins of the Phillies, the number 8 seed. And the other round is Alex Bregman of the Astros going up against Kyle Schwarber of the Cubs. And they are 4 and 5 seeds respectively. And the other rounds, you have number 2 Bryce Harper of the Nationals going up number 7 Freddie Freeman of the Braves, and you have number 3 Max Muncy of the Dodgers going up against Javier Baez of the Cubs, number 6 seed. And the average age of the All Stars is a very young group that is going to be playing, and the average age of them is 26.9 years old, with Freddie Freeman and Aguilar as the oldest at 28 years old. And Bryce Harper's father is going to pitch to him during the home run derby.
Oh wow, I didn't know that one. And everybody in the home run derby, that's their first time, but Bruce Harper. Other than being runner-up to Uriana Cespedes in 2013 in Citi Field.
Yes, Bryce Harper was 20 years old at the time, and he made it to the finals that year, and did very well. So he is the only one with experience coming into this home run derby.
That's right. And you know what? Who you think is gonna hit the farthest one, man? I don't really know. I don't know who can hit the farthest home run out of these guys.
Yes, it is. It's really hard to tell who will be able to hit the farthest one. They're all very powerful players, and Bryce Harper and Freeman, they all have a lot of incredible power, and we'll have to see. It'll be very interesting. It is a young field.
I think Bruce Harper has the longest home run of the season so far with 473 feet. Woo!
Wow, that is a long shot for sure.
That was May 4th versus the Phillies.
Yeah, he had the longest home run this season, and he has been an outstanding player, Bryce Harper. But his batting average has been very low for the Nationals this year. He's been batting in the 220s, and we'll see if that affects his contract as he becomes a free agent after the season.
Oh wow, man! I wonder what team is gonna pick him up. Crazy.
Yeah, it will be hard to say. I mean, many people have connected him to the Yankees, but as we said, the Yankees basically have so much talent right now that they can really work with from within, and they have been having such an outstanding.
Yeah, definitely have a great season.
Sorry about that. They have been having such an outstanding season that we really will have to see what they do as far as free agents are concerned.
Yeah, because I've been reading about Harper, and they've been saying like he's kind of basically washed up or something like that. And look at him. He's back in the All-Star game again. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He's only in his mid-20s. He came up as a 19-year-old, and he's only in his mid-20s, I certainly wouldn't consider him washed up at all.
Yeah.
He certainly has many more years to go.
Yeah, because he is definitely a great player.
Exactly, he is, and I have the starting lineups for the All-Star game as well.
Wow, cool. Let me hear it. What you got?
For the National League, Contreras of the Cubs will be catching. First baseman will be Freeman of the Braves. Second baseman will be Baez of the Cubs. Shortstop will be Brendan Crawford of the San Francisco Giants. Third base will be Arenado, who's an outstanding player for the Colorado Rockies.
Oh, yeah.
And the outfielders will be Markakis of the Braves, Kemp of the Dodgers, and Harper of the Nationals. And in the American League, I actually have the batting order for the American League.
Okay.
Altuve of the Astros will be leading off at second base. Betts of the Red Sox will be batting second in left field. At third, batting third in center field will be Mike Trout. Batting fourth will be Jose Ramirez, who's been having a great season with the Indians. Five will be Machado. Actually, you can switch them around. I think Machado comes before Ramirez. And then six will be J.D. Martinez of the Boston Red Sox.
Gotcha.
Seven will be Aaron Judge of the Yankees. Eight will be Abreu at first base, and catching number 9 will be Salvi Perez of the Kansas City Royals. And the starting pitchers will be Max Scherzer will be starting for the National League, and Chris Sale will be starting for the American League.
Yeah, definitely round 2 matchup from last year. You know, and
exactly.
Yeah, they did it in Miami, and they had 2 scoreless innings. No, I think Max Scherzer did 1 scoreless inning, and the other guy did 2 scoreless innings, something like that.
Oh yeah, the pitchers are really outstanding. They almost seem to dominate the lineups a bit.
It's only been done one other time too in history, which is another amazing feat.
Right, exactly. And the Yankees basically have 4 guys going to the All-Star game as of right now. They have Gleyber Torres, who basically tip his cap because he is still rehabbing his injury. And they will have Aaron Judge. Aroldis Chapman will appear at the All-Star game but will not pitch because of his faulty knee. He's going to rest his knee but tip his cap. And let's see, we have Judge, we have Gleyber Torres, Aroldis Chapman. Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting one of the Yankees.
No, you got Gleyber Torres. He's under reserve.
Okay. Yeah, Gleyber Torres as well. Yeah, so the Yankees have four representatives at the All-Star game this year in Washington.
And who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not to cut you off. Who would have thought Gleyber Torres would have made it to the All-Star game? Right, out of all the Yankees, right?
I know he's been up. He's just basically had a cup of coffee with the Yankees, basically. But he's been so incredible at second base and doing such an outstanding job and showing tremendous power that the Yankees did not even expect him to have. I believe he has 15 home runs, and he's had tremendous power that the Yankees did not even expect him to have. And he's been a great asset. And he came to the Yankees in the Aroldis Chapman trade when the Yankees traded Chapman in 2016, and they got Gleyber Torres back from the Cubs. So, and then they re-signed Chapman. So now they have both Chapman and Gleyber Torres. So it really worked out well for the Yankees.
Yeah, they sure did, because this kid is gonna have some hell of a baseball card by the ending of this year, man. Hopefully the Yankees go all the way, but that's gonna be some rookie card. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. He's only 21 years old. I mean, barring injury, he'll have a great future with the
Yeah,
Yankees.
man. I just hope he continues to be great, because that's one baseball card that you can be proud of, you know, at the end of the day. You know?
Exactly.
And this All-Star game is going to be awesome, man. It's the what? It's the 89th All-Star game.
Right,
Holy cow.
right.
89 All-Star games. That's amazing.
Yeah, the first one I believe was, what was the year again? 32 or 34? I forget. 32. Babe Ruth was in it, and Jimmy Fox, and that All-Star game was something with Babe Ruth in it, and the original All-Star game played during the daytime, because many stadiums did not have lights at that time.
Yeah.
And the All-Star game has been going strong ever since.
I think the lights started in what? In the 70s?
The lights started before then. I believe Yankee Stadium received their lights in 1946. But the lights first came on. They started to come to the stadiums in the late 30s and in the 40s. Basically, the lights
I
came.
think I'm getting mixed with Wrigley Field. I think they had it the last, right?
Yeah, Wrigley Field had it the last. Wrigley Field was the last to not have lights.
Yeah. I think they got theirs in the 70s, right? Because they only played day games most of the year.
Exactly. So Wrigley Field was the last. The Yankees got their lights in 1946.
Wow. So I mean, but the All-Star game is voted by by the fans. So the fans are the ones to get them in.
Sometimes that's where it turns into a popularity contest, where sometimes the most deserving players might not be the starters because of name recognition. Where Gary Sanchez, I wrote Gary Sanchez as our Yankee catcher, but he was batting 190, and I really don't see how he was leading in the All-Star votes. It was because of name recognition. So lots of times, that is the one criticism about the fans voting for it, is that it can't turn into a popularity contest.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Let me tell you a story, man. Old Yankee Stadium. I was in junior high school at the time, probably like the 7th grade, and I think it was 97. And I believe it was 1997. And me and my buddy, we took 2 boxes of All-Star ballots from Yankee Stadium, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, check this out, right? We took like 2 boxes of ballots, right? I don't know how many. There must have been like 1,000 of them in there. I don't know, like, or 2,000 or 3,000 ballots in each box, and we sat there for a whole week and a half because the Yankees left that homestand and they went away, for an away stand, and we punched out those All-Star ballots, man, for every day till the Yankees came back, and then we
my goodness.
Check this out. When we finished, we went to the next game, and we went with a book bag full with ballots, and we dumped them in the ballot thing where you have to place them at. And check this out. Every Yankee made it that year. You believe that? Every Yankee made it. Jeter made it. All of them. Bernie, Posada, Mariano. The whole core 4 was there. It was so serious. So they owe it to me for them being in the damn All-Star game. Let me tell you. If it wasn't for me, they never would have made it.
Fantastic. That is some story for sure. Heavy duty. But anyway, moving on to the Yankees' second half. They have played outstanding in the first half, and the second half is going to go quickly. Because this really isn't the half of the baseball season. It's well past the half. But the Yankees, the Yankees have to continue to play strong, and we'll see if Brian Cashman wants to make some trades for a pitcher at the trade deadline. And I can see the Yankees winning well over 100 games, and it remains to be seen who will win the AL East division.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, because Boston's coming back soon in the next month of August, I believe, and or September they'll be back anyway. That's gonna be a battle there. So if we can keep up, catch them on that homestand, and catch them on and when we go to Fenway, that could be, man. You can have a 1-game division battle. I don't know what could happen here. This is serious, man. This is.
I know. But the one thing that I do remember when I was a junior varsity baseball player at J.P. Stevens High School. I was 14 years old in 1978 when the Yankees played the Boston Red Sox for the division title, the one-game playoff up in Boston with Ron Guidry pitching. And that was a very intense game. And at that time, they did not have the wild card to fall back on. The division winner went into the playoffs, and the losing team had to go home. And that was a very intense battle. That was the year that Billy Martin left the Yankees, and Bob Lemon took over as manager. And that was the Bucky Dent game, where the Red Sox gave Bucky a middle name starting with F, and it was Bucky effing Dent when he hit the home run. And the Yankees took the lead, and Goose Gossett saved the game. And that was an amazing playoff game that I remember as a young teenager back in 1978.
Absolutely, man. That was an awesome game too. Ron Guidry was awesome, man. And back then, the Yankees were a zoo back then, you know. So.
Oh yes, the Yankees basically Reggie Jackson was fighting with Billy Martin. Billy Martin was fighting with George Steinbrenner, and Thurman Munson was involved, and Greg Nettles, and it was called the Bronx Zoo. Sparky Lyle, who was a relief pitcher for the Yankees at that time, wrote a book called The Bronx Zoo about that season. And in '77, Sparky Lyle had won the Cy Young Award, but the Yankees signed a big 100-mile-per-hour thrower relief pitcher named Goose Gossett for the '78 season. And Sparky Lyle lost his job as closer for the Yankees, and he was traded after the '78 season.
Wow, that's absolutely right. And just to finish this off, talk about that World Series. I believe it's '77. I read the George Steinbrenner book. You have to check that out. You have to read that book. That book is awesome. It's going to tell you some secrets like this one, where in the '77 World Series, Mickey Rivers' wife that you saw in that video that I have in my vlog, that lady got mad because Steinbrenner owed them some type of money that Steinbrenner wasn't paying them. So she went to go see them. I think it was like Game 2 or Game 3 of the World Series. And she went to Yankee Stadium to go ask for it. And she went in there hollering and screaming. Steinbrenner said no, so she left. And she went into the Yankee parking lot across the street and crashed her car into all the other cars in the parking lot. And,
oh my goodness, yeah. I didn't hear that story.
And George Steinbrenner wanted to fire Mickey Rivers right there in the World Series, but they didn't allow him because of the bargaining agreement and some other things. So they couldn't allow him to fire him in the middle of the World Series.
Wow.
So that's why Mickey Rivers is a Yankee to this day.
Yes, Mickey Rivers. I always loved Mickey Rivers. And those were my teams of the '70s when I was a kid growing up playing Little League and all that kind of stuff. And that is something. So let's hope that the Yankees have a good, strong second half. And let's do another one right before the Yankees-Mets series. We'll do another.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, we will. We do one on the Subway Series. Absolutely. And that'll be our next vlog right there, our next podcast.
Yeah, we'll do that this coming Friday.
Absolutely, man. And this has been an episode of The First Inning. It's been very great, awesome talking to Roger, the big Yankee fan. And you got anything to say, Roger, as we head out?
Oh, well, I always enjoy talking to you, Frank, and it's really enjoyable, and I'll talk to you again soon.
All right, man. So we'll see everybody on the next podcast. Always remember, like, share, and subscribe. Do so. And it's always free. See you later.